Let me ask you something. You've been feeling off for a while now. Maybe your sleep is wrecked, your moods are all over the place, and your cycle is doing things you didn't sign up for. You go to your doctor and they say, and I quote, "You might be in perimenopause." Might be. Thanks. Super helpful. Here's the thing most women don't know. Perimenopause isn't one thing. It has stages, and knowing which stage you're in changes everything about how you approach your symptoms, your hormones, and your treatment options. I'm Dr. Nirvana, a naturopathic doctor with 20 years of experience in women's hormones, and I see this confusion every single day in my practice. If you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button. Let's talk about the stages, because this is where women get completely lost. Stage 1 is early perimenopause. This is where your cycle is still showing up, but it's starting to have a personality of its own. 1 month, it's a 28-day cycle. The next is 35. The next, it comes early and brings a migraine as a gift. Your periods may be heavier or lighter than usual. You might even notice mood shifts in the week before your period that feel more intense than they used to. You're still ovulating, just not as consistently. It's also very confusing. I had a patient, let's call her Sandra, who came in convinced that something was seriously wrong with her thyroid. She was exhausted, her hair was thinning, and she couldn't lose weight no matter what she did. Her labs came back normal, if you will, but when we looked at her full hormone picture and her cycle history, it was clear that she was in early perimenopause. Nobody had ever mentioned it as a possibility because she was only 43. The next stage is late perimenopause. This is where cycles start skipping entirely. You might go 60, 90, even 120 days without a period. The symptoms intensify, hot flashes show up, sleep becomes a negotiation you keep losing, and brain fog feels so real. Estrogen is dropping more significantly now, and your body is making that very clear to you. One of my patients had gone 3 months without a period and thought she was done. She was celebrating, then it came back twice. That's late perimenopause doing what it does. It's not linear and it's not polite. I want to take a moment here and share. If you want to go deeper on specific symptoms and what they mean for your hormone picture, check the description and the pinned comment. And that brings us to stage 3, which is the late transition. You're within about 12 months of your final period, though you won't know that's what it was until a full year has passed with no cycle. This is technically the threshold for menopause. Your symptoms can peak here. Vaginal dryness, joint pain, mood changes, and sleep disruption is very common. And this is also the stage where women most often come into my practice saying they've been white-knuckling it alone for way too long. I had a patient, Diane, who had been suffering through what she called the invisible years. She was 51, hadn't had a period in 9 months, and had been dismissed by 3 different doctors. By the time she came to see me, she'd been in late transition for over a year without any support or a plan. That's not okay. You deserve better than that. And by the way, if any of this is sounding familiar and you're ready to actually figure out where you are and what to do about your hormones, I'd love to help. Check the description for the next steps. So here's the bottom line. Early perimenopause, late transition. 3 distinct stages, 3 different hormone pictures, 3 different approaches. Knowing which one you're in is not a luxury. It's the starting point for actually feeling better. And if you want to understand the specific symptoms that show up at each stage in more detail, I made a video on perimenopause symptoms that goes deeper. You can check that out next.